your relationships with most, I would say 80% of the women in America should be transactional.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to give a shout out to the brother, Corey Holcomb. As you guys know, he comes on every Tuesday, and he had an interesting topic called transactional relationship save lives. Now, a lot of brothers, when you look at the whole situation with, transactional, or if you want to say pay for play, you got some brothers out there saying that they will never pay. If you pay, you a simp, you ain't got enough game, I don't pay for the P, and all that. All right. Now, I'm not here to argue with, anybody. You do what you want to do. But again, some guys just don't believe in that kind of situation when it comes to, paying for the cat or doing things that are transactional based. They want to do things based on game. And you always see a lot of the dating coaches out here, how to make a woman fall in love with you, how to make a woman do this, how to make a woman go heads over heels, how to drive women crazy. A lot of the dating coach guys put that kind of content out, all right? And it makes, some guys believe that, hey, through my own game and through my own personality, I can just woo these women over. And then because I can woo these women over, I can be in actual relationships with these women that have parity. But Corey Holcomb is not really based on the parity thing, all right? And neither am I for the most part, but I want you to hear what the brother's gonna say.
Let me explain something to y'all. Corey Holcomb likes to go to the strip club every once in a while. Do you know why I like going to the strip club every once in a while? Because I am absolutely blown away and fascinated looking at all of the female bodies. When you don't look at that all the time, when you're not around it all of the time, you are blown away looking at all of the female bodies in the strip club. I actually like that I'm not used to it.
And there's a couple of good reasons.
Enjoy looking at them so much. It's like it's so fascinating to look at all of the different human bodies. But check this out. I wouldn't pick a stripper to be my real girl. Now this way it goes to what I'm talking about. We don't know how to pick a real woman. Corey Holcomb would look at the stripper as if they are not to be chosen as the real girl. But let me tell you something. The women I've chose to be the real girls are worse than the I get more honesty from the The women who I have tried to build with have all lied to me. The women who I have tried to build with have told me I'm no good because I have been a guy who messes with different women. I have been that. But when I dig deep into the women that I have been in serious relationships with, they're all scumbags. And I look at the like the is nothing. But I'm telling you, the women that I've been in relationships with, when you really break down how they try to make it seem like I'm bad and they're good, when I dig into who they are, I find out, oh, this is. I've been in relationships where a woman will hide what she has, but take everything I have. We'll go to court to take everything I have, but hide everything they have. But the I'm with, I'm able to communicate with and get what I want, long as I come up with what they want.
Again, shout out to my brother, all right? I cannot say it as good as him because, Corey, he thinks about things that a lot of guys want to say, and we're not going to say it. But I'm just going to tell you, if he ain't right, I don't know what's left, okay? He's right. I'm going to explain this to you. Number one, I'm not the kind of person to say that you can't find a good woman, all right? Women that care about you, a woman you're in a relationship with. But what you're gonna find out is, you say, I got a good girlfriend, I got a good wife, I got this and I got that. Well, they in the relationship with you for what you can do for them anyway, all right? And I got a term for you guys. It's called sexless marriage. This is a very, very big term. Why are we talking about this? How many married guys in America are married to a woman they fell in love with, got kids? You are stuck paying the house note, you're paying the mortgage, you're paying all these things for this lady. Now, the sex has stopped. No longer is the woman interested in, having a sexual relationship with you, but you're still married and you're stuck in a relationship with this lady, but you're still paying the price. But again, the lady is still getting what you want, what she wants from you. And so now the relationship is at a disparity against you. You're operating at a disparity, okay? And then now what you find out is you're paying for something that you're not even getting. Like, as a person that's hired people before and have people on payroll and have paid good money for something that I'm not getting, I know the frustration of that. And that's how men feel when you're paying for something and you're not getting what you want. Now, what Corey is saying is that instead of looking down on the reality is that most men in relationships are already in something that's transactional. And instead of paying for something every day, and you've been misled that, oh, you're not paying for it, this is a relationship based on parity. It's not. It's a relationship based on disparity. I'm not trying to say that every man has a relationship based on what he's talking about, but many men do, okay? Then what you ultimately find out is that the woman that you was dealing with is no better than this, in case even worse. In other words, when the relationship comes to an end, they want what they want from you, i.e. divorce, i.e. child support, i.e. all of that, when all you could have did was just deal with the transaction stuff from the jump. And this is why you got so many black men that's like, you know what, after you get a certain age, man, let me just get with the tricking. I get what I want, you get what you want. You go do whatever you want to do. You want to go date somebody, you want to go marry somebody, whatever. Long as I get what I get, that's all I need you for. I don't need you for something else. Because what do you call that? The law of diminishing return. I was talking to the lead attorney a few years back, and we were having a conversation about YouTube production. And as you guys know, I have a pretty decent studio, a lot of firepower, sound editing for my main channel, stuff like that. And he said after a while, if you buy too much equipment, you buy too many PCs, you buy so much stuff, after a while, it's a diminishing return, okay? And you have more than what you actually need, and now you're not getting value out of those things. It now becomes a waste of money. And damn it, he's right. He's absolutely right. Just like anything else in the world. And being in the business like I'm in right now and understanding how production works, he's correct. And then Corey Holcomb is correct. Let me tell you, a lot of guys are spending money on a woman in a relationship with that same woman that another guy, while you with her, is treating her like she's a transactional item. You love her. That's why, as the saying go, you love her, but to somebody else, she's just a B. And that means she getting your little money, your love, your support, your faithfulness. And at the same time, it could very well be the case that she's in a transactional relationship with somebody else. So why are we looking at different? Why are we looking at the 304s different? Look, I got you for what I got you for. You come through, do what you gonna do, you bounce. We both happy. I don't need you. You don't need me. Because getting into a relationship long term with you most likely leads to a diminishing return. And as you get older, and this is not to say that it can't happen, but for a lot of men, and I'm going to talk about what, a lot of ladies today are kind of engineered. A lot of women just don't really understand how to be a woman that a man needs in today's age. It's kind of like, I won't say it's a lost art, but really, I would say many women just don't really care about that. It's not really important to them, okay? It's not really important to please a man. It's not really important to give a man what he's looking for. It's not important to do that, okay? So when it's not important to do that, then for the man, it's also not important to get into a relationship. I mean, I'm not going to get what I want to get. Like, you look at some of these ladies now, they got a hard time with, I mean, a whole bunch of things. Cooking a man a meal. Looking as a man as somebody that can be worthy of being served. Now, it's no problem if women getting served, but that's the reality. You know, it's a disparity for men in relationships, which is one of the reasons why men are just not dealing with it. Because you got to get something out of it. If you're going to spend your time and money on something and long term, that thing has to make you either more money, it has to bring you more joy. It should basically be something that's improving your life. Nobody should ever invest in something that's not improving their life. They shouldn't, because it's a waste of energy. So what Corey Holcomb is suggesting is efficiency. And does it sound unethical? To many people, it sounds unethical. But let me just tell you, companies do layoffs all the time. They don't just hire people and, ain't no work there. Okay, let's just keep them paid. No, a company is going to cut that entire department that's not being profitable. And then if they need that person, they will use that person or that group when it is feasible to do it. Just like AI right now, it's taking away a lot of jobs. Okay, well, AI can do this. I can take that money and do something else with it that can get me to where I need to be. Why should I be spending it here? That's right. You might not like it, but it's right. And I think that a lot of men are going this way until, the majority of relationships can be in something that benefits men. And again, I understand you got people that you got to check out and make sure you yourself are one of those people, but it's the truth. It's largely true. Most relationships in general now are transactional. If it's friendships, if it's even, the relationship you got with your family, everything is transactional almost anyway. Let's just call it for what it is. It's very few people that really deal with you on a respect level, on a level that's, beneficial, that's parity based. Normally you don't get that. And we all know that it's true. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shitty Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.